Hi guys. No, I have horrible lighting right now, and that's because I'm doing it on my phone. But I wanted to do my first YouTube video on foster kids and my life in foster care. Um, so starting off, I'll just do a little background, I guess. I was when I was born, my dad hid me, and CPS, Child Protective Services, didn't find me until I was 18 months old. At 18 months old, I got put in foster care. Um, and then at 2 years old, we found out that I had two older siblings, two blood siblings, and that I was going to move in with them. So at 2.5 years old, I moved in with my adoptive parents, my two blood siblings, and I guess the other two would be like half siblings since I was adopted. They were my adoptive parents' biological kids. And we pretty much, I want to say we were adopted because they wanted somebody to beat up on that weren't their biological kids. I would have to say my brother got it the worst. Me and my sister were kind of even when it came to that after my brother. But let's just say life wasn't the best. I can say probably wasn't the worst life I've lived, could have lived, but wasn't the best either. At 14 years old, my sister was 18. She ran away the day she turned 18 at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And she went and reported my family to DHS. And I think that was like 6th or 7th time my parents have been reported, but we never got taken out of our house. Yikes. Oh. And so that happened. And it ended up my sister succeeded, and DHS came to my house, talked to my parents, then came to the school, talked to me. I shared a lot about what was happening since my sister left. And I went home, and then I had to act like I didn't even know DHS was involved again. And it was hard because, like, my whole life living there, I had to lie to my parents to make sure that I was safe. And so kind of had to make my sister the bad guy so that I didn't get hurt in the midst of it. And it was pretty hard. But, I did it. I did what I had to do. And then when I think it was like October 12th. Freshman year, 14 years old, I got taken out of my home and got moved in with my sister, where my sister ran away and the people took her in. I lived there for 2 months, and then my caseworker decided that wasn't the right place for me. And I got taken away from my sister, and I moved in with one of my best friends. Now not my friend. And that didn't work out, so I moved in with a family, 80-year-old couple, first-time foster parents. Hence, all these past ones have been first-time foster parents. But they were first-time foster parents. I lived there for 8 months. And then one day, I they randomly told me to like come out of my room and sit down at the table. So I did as I was asked, and went out, sat down at the table, and foster mom grabbed a piece of paper, slammed it down in front of me, and told me she wants me to write something down for her. I didn't feel safe when she did that. So I told her, no, I'm not going to write anything down for you. She got mad. So I thought the best thing I could do was go to my room because, I don't know, safety. And went to my room and I closed my door, and they came to my room. Both foster parents came to my room, and they told me that I had to leave my door open, and then I heard the other one go to the phone and call somebody, and okay, so I started listening, like, who are they calling and why are they calling them? And they called DHS, and they said if Macy's not out of our house by the end of today, we're going to call the police on her. So DHS came, picked me up, put me in an all-boys home. Technically, that's illegal, but that's the only place they had for me. And so they put me in an all-boys home. I was there for 2 weeks. And then one of my other friends' parents called DHS and said they would take me. So I went to their home, and yeah, I was there for almost 2 years. In the midst of being at that home, I got sexually assaulted by my second foster parent. My foster parent, that was my second home. I went through a lot. That was like the main thing, but I went through a lot. My caseworker kept trying to get me out of that home because it just was not a good home. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's early. They tried getting me out of that home, and it didn't work because I kept telling her that, I don't want to move. I don't want to. I'm sorry, but I really just don't want to move homes. Well, it ended up that I moved homes, but I did it kind of behind my caseworker's back. I set up my own respite care, which is pretty much like a home you go to when you're having a hard time at your other foster home, just to like even it out, I guess, the best way to say it. And yeah, and it I kindly told my caseworker that, hey, I set up respite care, and I'm officially going to live there now because I will not go back to this other home. Told her I packed all my bags before I left. When she's ready to move me to a different home, my bags are packed, and I'm ready to go. And then I ended up staying at my respite care home for 4 or 5 months. And then my caseworker told me, I found a new home for you. So I moved to this new home November 3rd. That's where I am now, 7th foster home. And I just want to point out it's my 7th foster home within, I want to say, like 3 years of foster care. Yeah, it was hard. I kicked my foster parents out of my life because I did not. I kicked my foster parents out of my life because I did not want to get attached to somebody and then have to move again. It was not gonna happen. So I decided that I am going to I decided that I was going to kind of kick them out of my life. I didn't unpack my bags till like 9 months of living here. I finally unpacked my bags. So that was like a couple weeks ago. And yeah, it was hard. I didn't want to get attached to anybody. I didn't want to know anybody just because I was afraid of getting attached, knowing everybody, and then having to leave again. Now, I knew that this was my permanent placement, but that didn't matter to me because I've had other homes that were my permanency placement and they didn't work. So it was hard, but I finally settled in. I had my 18th birthday here. I graduated here. Yeah, lots happened. I'm on my 3rd caseworker now. In this last month, my caseworker left, my ILP worker left, and my mentor left. They all went to new jobs, and so it was hard, especially because I have major trust issues, and I can't stop yawning. I have major trust issues, and so it's hard for me to even, move to a new person. But I have to because I'm in care till I'm 21. So it was hard. And it's still hard. It's still very hard. But my point of telling you guys about my story is, 1, to all the foster kids out there, I know what you're going through. I didn't say everything I've gone through, but I know what you're going through. I know how hard it is. And if you ever need somebody to talk to, I am here. Also, to the foster parents, I just want to point out, please don't give up on the foster kids. They may try to push you out. They may try to make life hard on you and your family. But that's us trying to say, are you really going to be there through the hard times? Or is it through the hard times where you're just going to be like, oh, they're not a good kid, I give up now? That's really what we're trying to figure out. And it's hard, and I know. You don't want to stick by any foster kid's side who's like, I'm just gonna screw up your life, pretty much. But if I had foster parents like the foster parents I have now, I probably wouldn't have been as good as I am now. But the fact that I went through so many foster homes and then I came to a home who did not give up on me, that really helped. It helped a lot to notice that somebody was not going to give up on me. I got on my 18th birthday and went out and got a tattoo. I snuck a phone into the house. I've given some things to my sister that I shouldn't have. But they still stuck by my side. They're like, you know what? We know what you're trying to do, and it's not going to work. And so, to the foster parents, I just want you to know, please, if you can, be one of those people to just, I don't know, to take care of your foster kids. Because that's what we need. We need somebody to be there, be loving and caring for us, but also be stern and be like, I'm not giving up on you. And this stuff that you're doing, it's not working. So thank you for watching the video. Like, subscribe, and let me know what video you want me to do next. Bye.